Calabar is a city in Cross River State, southern Nigeria. The original name for Calabar was Akwa Akpa, from the Efik language. The city is watered by the Calabar and Great Kwa rivers and creeks of the Cross River. Calabar is the capital of Cross River State. For the purpose of administration, the city is divided into Calabar Municipal and Calabar South LGAs. It has an area of 406 km² and a population of 371,022 at the 2006 census. History. The original town was known as Akwa Akpa from the Efik words Akwa and Akpa. The spelling Calabar remained till the British came and pronounced Calabar as Calabar. The neighboring town of Ataba took over the name and its Efik Afuta indigenes became known as Calabar, pronounced Calabar till this day. Calabar is a large metropolis today with several towns like Akim, Iktansa, Iktishi, Kasuk, Duketown, Henshawtown, Iktomin, Obatung, Bakassi, Bias, Arkamkpa, etc. Seaport city. As far back as the 16th century, Calabar had been a recognized international seaport, shipping out goods such as palm oil. During the era of the Atlantic slave trade, it subsequently became a major port in the transportation of African slaves. Most slave ships that transported slaves from Calabar were English, at around 85% of these ships being from Bristol and Liverpool merchants. Old Calabar and Creek Town, 10 miles northeast, were crucial towns in the trade of slaves in that era. The first British warship to sail as far as Duketown, where she captured 7 Spanish and Portuguese slavers, may have been HMS Comus in 1815. The main ethnic group taken out of Calabar as slaves were the Igbo, from the neighboring Igbo land. African-American writer and slave John Jay was from the area. There was also a small mulatto community of merchants with links to missionary and other merchant colonies in Igboland and Lagos, and across the Atlantic. First Nigerian capital city. The city once served as the seat of government of the Niger Coast Protectorate, Southern Protectorate and Oil River Protectorate. It is thus effectively the first Nigerian capital city. Landmarks. As a social center, the city boasts of the first social club in Nigeria, the Africa Club, and hosted the first competitive football, cricket and field hockey games in Nigeria. Among the city's firsts includes the first Roman Catholic Mass and the oldest secondary school in eastern Nigeria. The school later produced the first president of Nigeria, Nnamdi Azikiwe. The city boasts of an international museum, a botanical garden, a free trade zone port, an international airport and seaport, an integrated sports stadium complex, a cultural center, one of the most prominent universities in the country, the University of Calabar, a slave history park and several historical and cultural landmarks. It also has several standard hotels, resorts and amusement parks. The former Liberian warlord Charles Taylor lived in the old colonial palace in the city, under an agreement that led to the end of his country's civil war, before fleeing extradition to Liberia in March 2006. The Ty Napa Resort, a development by the Cross River State government, lies to the north of the city beside the Calabar Free Trade Zone. The Cross River State annual Christmas festival held every year attracts thousands within and beyond Nigeria. The festival, which includes music performance from both local and international artists, the annual Calabar Carnival, boat regatta, fashion shows, Christmas village, traditional dances and the annual Ikp Festival is a yearly event that brings in thousands of tourists at the time of the year. Climate. Under Car paragraph PPEN's climate classification, Calabar features a tropical monsoon climate with a lengthy wet season spanning 10 months and a short dry season covering the remaining 2 months. The harmattan, which generally significantly influences weather in West Africa, is noticeably less pronounced in the city. Temperatures are relatively constant throughout the course of the year, with average high temperatures usually ranging from 25 to 28 degrees Celsius. There is also little variance between daytime and nighttime temperature, as temperatures at night are generally only a few degrees lower than the high temperature that is typically attained during the daytime. Calabar averages just under 3,000 millimeters of precipitation annually. Political authority. Calabar has three principal landlord kingdoms, namely the Kwa Kingdom of Ajagan Bantu origin, the Afut and the Efik kingdoms. The Kwa Kingdom has the Ndidum of the Kwa nation as the Grand Patriarch, the Afut have the Muri Munin as the Grand Patriarch while the Efik Kingdom Patriarch is known as the Obung. The Efik political authority as it concerns the Obung is hinged on a political tripod, Creek Town, made up of Ambo, Cobham and Eo. Old Town made up of Obatang. And Duke Town or Atakpa made up of Duke Archibong, Riamba, Ntiero, Henshaw and Cobham. Each leg of this tripod at one time or the other was ruled by a separate Obung. Within the last 100 years, a gentlemanly unregistered trademark S agreement to merge these three zones into one, with a single titular head as the Obung, and the distribution or opening up of the title to all Efik wards, was reached. It is the attempt to do away or dishonor this contract of understanding that is at the root of the Obung of Calabar crises. Each of the aspirants to the throne is eminently qualified, none no more so than the other. The title of the Obung of Calabar had been held by Nsa Effium and Ekpo Nsa in the 17th century. These two gentlemen were from the Henshaw ward. Attempts by the Henshaw to have an Obung resulted in a war in 1870. The Henshaws did not attain this title again until within the last 50 years, when David Henshaw became Obung. Cobham Town, where Bassi Ekpo Bassi hails from, had their first and only Obung recently. All this was made possible because of the contract. Calabar Kingdom. Before the colonial period, Calabar, originally known as Akwa Akpa, was a kingdom with the city of Calabar as the site of government, the Obung of Calabar as the ruler and the secret society as the stool on which the Obung of Calabar sat. The other kingdoms in Calabar are that of the Kwa nation with the Ndidum of the Kwazam paramount ruler of Calabar municipality and the Muri Munin of Afut and paramount ruler of Calabar South. Calabar people are mainly people from the Greater Calabar District, Calabar South, Calabar Municipality, Akpa Buayo, Bakassi, Bias, Odukpani and Akamkpa, but is commonly used in Nigeria. The term Calabar people could also refer to both the indigenes of Greater Calabar as well as the people of the original southeastern state of Nigeria which is at present the people of Akwa Ibom State and Cross River State. Nigerian Navy. Calabar is also the headquarters of the Eastern Naval Command. The city has a new model school, Nigerian Navy Secondary School, situated in a serene part of Akpa Buayo, about 10 minutes drive from the airport. This new school complements the existing Nigerian Navy Primary School and Naval Officers' Wives Association Primary School, both situated at Iktansa Calabar. See also, Calabari Tribe, Efik people. References and sources. References sources Marshall, John Royal Naval Biography, or, Memoirs of the Services of all the Flag Officers, Superannuated Rear Admirals, Retired Captains, Post Captains, and Commanders, whose names appeared on the Admiralty list of sea officers at the commencement of the present year 1823, or who have since been promoted. External links, University of Calabar.